Okay, Ravens, let's talk about power because we know this is going to be our bread and butter. I think we're at a point just on the verge of really nailing this thing down and getting it to look really, really good and be effective. As always, first thing we need on power is a double team at the point of attack. Okay. Now, it's kind of a funky configuration here, but just think about this is the middle of the formation. Okay. So this double team is going to carry to the first linebacker past the center, which would be this guy right here. So he's got a long way to travel. So we don't have to be in a hurry. We got to stay thick on that double team and knock that double team over to the point where we intersect this guy when he wants to come over and make the play. Now, you say front side, there's two linebackers here. Which one is the one we're pulling for backside guard? Well, this one is the first linebacker to the play side. So technically, this is the guy that you are pulling for. And trust me, he'll end up here, especially when he sees his running back head towards B gap. All right. Now, before we move any further, some of you may question, well, what do we do with that guy? Okay. Remember, we're in Ram, and in Ram, we have a Y standing right here. And if that linebacker is that far inside, and not covering the Y, and there's nobody walk down on that Y, the quarterback on the snap is going to raise up and throw the ball. Smoke. You've seen us do that. And this guy's wide open, and he's going to gain at least 6, 7, 8 yards every time we throw it when he's uncovered. Okay. If we don't raise up and throw it to him, then it's his job, since he's on the front side. Remember, he's going for that linebacker, and it's the job of the Y to get in here and do some work and get his hands on that guy. Okay. And then running back may hit just like this outside his block. Okay. All right. So that's what we have. So kind of ignore the configuration because I think that's getting us confused. But if you draw a line right down the center and you say, okay, this is play side and this is backside. So when I say past the center, that's the first linebacker past the center. This is the first linebacker play side, and this is the second linebacker. So that would be the wise guy or the quarterback, depending on how, if it's a RPO or whatnot. Okay. All right. Backside, we got to remember the gap hinge to help the center because we don't want run around here from the center's choke block. We don't want this shade to run around here and stumble into the play. Okay. All right. So there we go. So now we're running the play. So let's run through it. So let me take that off. All right. As I said in film today, I want to look at your first step. I'm stopping on your first step. Okay. Back it up so you can see it. Okay. Double team. We're too high and we're not stepping together. Remember, our inside feet should come here to bring us butt to butt on this double team so we're working together. Okay. Center. You're a good first step there in good position. Head is below the defensive lineman. Okay. Left guard, good first step on your pull. And you did a good job all day of making improvement from yesterday. Keep doing it. And I can see here the way you're looking, you got your eye on this linebacker. Yes, I'm going to give you credit for getting there, but technically, that's not your linebacker. We'll talk about that more. Okay. I like a little bit more of a pull step here from the tackle. Remember, this guy's backside from the play. He got a long way to run to track things down. Your first job is to get in here and help the center and then turn back. Okay. That's why we call it gap hinge. Okay. Running back, I know I'm not giving you a good mesh point, but we'll deal with that on at another time. Okay. All right. So that's our first steps. A good first step here by the fullback. Good first step. We talked about that yesterday. You made improvement. That's your first step here, and that allows you to get that inside leverage on your J path. And you don't have to You don't have to have a knockout block, but you did exactly what you need to do. Good job there. Okay. So after the first step, let's run it forward. Okay, here again, I know we're going for a guy that's not ours, but at this point, our eyes have to be here as we work that double team, not here. That's the guard's man. Way it works out, guard does come around. He uses good technique. And right here, don't give everything to this block. Punch with your hands and keep your head from going out over your toes because at this point, he can throw you off real easily and make the play. Okay? Let's go on to the next time we run it because I think every time we ran it, and some people say, man, we run these plays over and over again. I'm going to tell you, I much rather run one play perfect than run 10 plays average and never get good at anything. And one thing we're going to do is get good at running power. Okay? Left tackle, remember the gap hinge. Okay? All right. First step. Okay. Now we're much more together. Even though our feet are still apart, we still are much more together and getting the push we need on that down lineman. Okay. I know by configuration, this linebacker's throwing you off. Okay. Center, you're winning to the inside. That's really all we can ask. Okay. The tackle has to step down harder and help you win and secure that block before turning back. You're much too concerned with this block on a guy who's a mile away from the quarterback. Plus, if this guy were to blitz, you would never see him. So we got to keep that in mind, left tackle. Okay. A little bit good position, leg knees a little bit too straight, but fullback, here we go with the kick block. There's the double team. And look, this is what we're looking for right here. We're looking for all our white jerseys, keeping all the defensive guys on this side of the play. We get the kick here. He comes around, and I know he's blocking the wrong guy, but we still have a play. And there you have it. And that's the way it's going to hit. Okay. As I said, remember, we're going to make sure that this guy is not here, that he's out here occupied with the Y, or either the Y is in here blocking him. We're short a guy, and we'll have to correct that when we get back. Make sure that Y is, you come over for inside run because you got work to do. All right, you came over later, but we need you over there. Okay. All right. Remember, if you have any questions during this break, I know it's a dead period, but I assume I can take email. My email address is coach.mcraft at gmail.com. So coach.ncraft at gmail.com. So email me if you have questions, if you need to see more film. I know we're going to finish up tomorrow on Thursday and go on this next break, but please don't take a break mentally. Go through this this inside run cut up. I sent everybody a link to it, and we should be on that, studying that, taking notes, and getting better. And when we come back, let's go win some football games. All right. Have a great night.